Hey everyone, it's Tay of Shantae Plans and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be planning the week of March 20th to the 26th and using the Tranquility kit from TaylorMade Creative Planning. So excited to use this kit, and this week ended up being really special and the kit ended up being such a perfect match for it. The colors of this kit are so beautiful, and it was my first time actually getting a chance to use a kit from TaylorMade Creative Planning, and this was the perfect kit to start with. Totally made me fall in love with this shop. Everything was so beautiful. I loved the journaling, and that adorable fashion doll from the journaling kit is just like one of my favorite things. So we're going to get started with the bottom washi, and I'm just placing that down at the bottom of my spread. But before I get into all of that, if you are new to my channel, I do have a planner that I use just to like write in and keep track of my life. And then I have this planner, which is the Sadie Stickers B6 undated planner. And I use this decoratively to memory plan. This is the type of planning that I do. So I'm putting down the bottom washi, and rather than using the top strip, I decided to pull in this book washi from Sadie Stickers. And I was so glad that I got this on premium matte paper. Oftentimes when I buy washi trims like this, I'll get them on transparent matte paper, but having this on premium matte paper allowed me to use it as a top strip, and it was so perfect. And then I also pulled in this thin, colorful strip from Paper Trail Plans just to cover up like where the bottom line of the book meets the top line of that floral bottom washi. I felt like doing that really made the whole thing look very seamless and pulled together. I also pulled in some of the florals from the deco add-on for this kit in transparent matte and layered them over the books. And I loved that detail because it's on transparent matte. You still get to see all the detail of the books, and it just adds that fun little pop of color and the design. And I really love the way that this came together. There was some book detail in the kit itself. In one of the full boxes, the girl was reading a book in front of a bookshelf, and then there were also book clip art in the kit, and so I really wanted to pick up on that theme, and so I thought bringing in that book washi into the bottom washi area would really play up the whole book thing. And then on to top it off, this week ended up being the week that my husband defended his dissertation, which writing a doctoral dissertation is almost like writing a research book. Not almost, it is exactly writing a research book. So the books definitely played a large theme in this week. And I would love to pretend like I plan that all out and everything came together like perfectly. It literally was just like the most perfect coincidence that I decided to use this kit on this week, and this happened to be the week that he was able to successfully defend his dissertation. So all of that came together so beautifully, and we'll get more into that on Wednesday as I'm going through the day by day and start talking about what happened this week. But finishing off this bottom washi section, I did pull in that washi strip that had just like the dots and the larger dots, and that was from Sadie Stickers. Moving into the date cover deco area, I decided to put down some transparent, what are these? Transparent matte alcohol ink swatches. And these are from According to Ali. This is actually, I think, the first alcohol ink swatches that I ever bought, and then like Rose Colored Days came out with hers, and I really fell in love with hers. These are beautiful too, but they're a little bit bolder than the ones that I've been getting from Rose Colored Days, and I tend to like the more subtle ones, but these are really beautiful, and I thought they would bring out some of the blushy tones in this kit, and so I put these at the top, and I like it because it's just giving me a little bit of a wash of color in the background, and then being on transparent matte, they're not going to be like compete, I think is the word I'm trying to use, as I'm layering on the premium matte colorful stickers on top of them. It allows it to just give it a little bit of extra color and makes the whole thing come together really nicely. Oh, she had these really cute script stickers on the journaling kit, and I really wanted to use them in the spread. I loved the look because they were on premium matte paper, and so putting them like right on that line at the top of the columns, I love that look because it almost looks like the line is going into the words, and then you have the word, and then it comes out in that line at the top of the column. And I thought I was going to be able to make that work, and I really tried here. As you can see, I'm decorating all around it, adding in more of the clip art. I brought in that phone from a Sadie Stickers $2 Tuesday, and I'm bringing in some more of the florals. And I think I got like this far and realized I was not loving it. And so I'm definitely going to change out those script stickers. So I definitely wanted to keep this part in it because all of the rest of the deco around those scripts I am going to leave in this area. And so I'm also bringing in birds and dot clusters from Paper Trail Plans. Oh wow, I thought I had changed this sooner, the scripts, but I actually did get all the way over to working on the other side of the page, and putting down the scripts for Monday and Tuesday. And then she had this really cute little scene. I'm loving what's happening lately with clip art. We keep getting all of these little scenes, and a lot of times it's what ends up being the clip art that's used in the full boxes. And then they're giving us these sort of free form cutouts of these scenes that we can use as deco throughout the spreads, and I really enjoy putting them in the date cover deco area. I think it creates this fun little vignettes right at the top of the page, that I've been having a lot of fun playing around with. Oh, here's where I realized I was not loving that script as much as I thought. And I think that I felt like maybe the black was a little bit too bold, or the scale was too large. Something was throwing things off for me. And I just really wasn't loving it. And I think also because I had a lot of very large clip art, large and very bold clip art. And I think visually it was competing with the words. And so bringing in the smaller foiled, more dainty scripts, just allowed it to really complement the sort of chunkier clip art pieces of deco that are up there. And I think that brought in a lot more balance. And then I'm finishing off with that same, this is one of the Dangle Deco washi trims from Sadie Stickers. And I'm just using that as like a finishing piece along the top of the columns, which is one of my favorite things to do in my date cover deco area, because I do a lot of clips and cuts towards the bottom of the clip art that's sitting right on top of those columns. And so I like finishing off with a washi trim sticker because I feel like it makes everything look very neat and polished. And so you're not seeing all of those rough, blunt cut edges. And so once I have that down, then I'm going to go ahead and move into my sidebar. And this was an interesting one for me because I wasn't completely sure what I wanted to do for my sidebar. Actually, nope, sorry. I'm going into putting down my full boxes, and that makes sense because like I was saying, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for my sidebar for this one. And sometimes when I'm feeling that way, I'll start with what I know, and then try to feed off of the inspiration and what I'm going to do next. And so I knew I wanted to use those 4 full boxes. And because I'm in a B6 planner that only has 3 columns on each of the pages, and I like having a full week on 2 pages, what I'll do is I sort of split my planner in half. And so it has essentially 2 rows. And so the top row has Monday through Friday, and the bottom row has Saturday and Sunday. And that way I'm able to have a full sidebar, which I really love having. And so moving into the sidebar, because I put down the full box in that sidebar at the bottom, then I just was moving to the top. I knew I absolutely wanted to use that fashion doll. So I started by putting down one of the alcohol ink swatches behind her just to give her a nice background, add some color back there, put down the fashion doll, and then started layering some of the torn paper and the deco. I really loved it. It almost looks like a seal. I love that circle with the florals around it. And then I added in the March script, and that is the academic font from Paper Trail Plans. Absolutely adore that font, and it matches the day scripts that I used in the date cover area. Tucking a floral behind the girl, and then a foiled floral sticker from Paper Plan behind the fashion doll as well. And that finished off my sidebar. I'm just going to trim where her hair hangs over the column, and I very much intentionally placed her offside because I wanted to make that cut. I love that look. There's just something to, like, sometimes the placement of where I put things just makes all the difference in the world. So moving on to creating my date covers for Saturday and Sunday, which I'm going to do in the center columns towards the bottom of the page. And she had these amazing torn paper elements in the kit. And one of the things that I really loved was she had the torn paper going in both directions. And that worked out perfectly because I decided to use the torn paper to create these headers. So I put that down, added in one of the scalloped dividers from the kit, pulled in some of the floral deco, and then I'm just adding in the date dot and the script from Paper Trail Plans, and then the little foiled bird, which is from the Pretty Pink Co, and some dot clusters, and then finishing that off with I think that it's a little, a dot divider on transparent matte paper, and I'm not sure who that dot divider is from. My initial thought is Sadie Stickers, but I could be wrong. Sorry about that. I try to keep up with where all of my stickers are from so that I can know what I'm talking about when I'm doing my voiceovers. But that particular one, I'm like, oof. And but I think also because it's one of those types of stickers that is available from multiple shops, and so if it is something that you're looking for, I mean, I'd highly recommend either Sadie Stickers, the Pretty Pink Co. You got a lot of options with just a simple dot divider. Anywho, even Bloom Paper Studios, another good one to get dot dividers and Paper Trail Plans. So yeah, I think that's why it is. I'm having trouble remembering that one specifically. Anywho, let's get into the day by day. We're starting off with Monday. I put down one of the notebook papers from the journaling add-on, added in a one of the mini box squares that layered on top of it, brought in some florals, and the laptop sticker from Cross by Towie. I was in the office that day and had a meeting. I work a hybrid schedule, and it's not currently a set hybrid schedule. And actually we okay, so I'm planning, this video is planning the week of March, and at the time that I'm doing this voiceover, it's now April. And we actually just had a meeting at my job where they are wanting us to start on a set hybrid schedule for the month of May going forward. So my schedule is going to get set pretty soon, where I'll be going into the office on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But for now, and in March, my schedule was very, very free form. I was in the office on days that I chose to and decided to, or it was necessary for work, or there was something happening. And other than that, I was working from home. And so this was the day that I was actually in the office. And then I also got some Happy Mail from Sadie Stickers and the Pretty Pink Co. And I did a UPS return for the he had so much stuff that I needed to drop off for him. We do a lot of Amazon shopping, and it's nice with Amazon shopping because you can just go to the UPS store or to Kohl's and just do returns. And I usually do mine at Kohl's, not at UPS. And I'm not saying it's a lot easier and much more efficient and a better option to choose Kohl's, and that I had because when I went to UPS and the lady was like, yeah, the thing he selected, these all need to be individually bagged for the return. And I never have that issue, or nothing like that ever comes up when I'm at Kohl's. It's just not an issue. Anywho, went to work on Tuesday because they were serving breakfast, which was really nice. We had breakfast burritos, and those were good. And then I was prepping for the weekend sale that was coming up for Ray and Tay. And then on to Wednesday. And what I'm marking here, so my husband was in grad school, working on his doctoral degree, and as part of it, he had to write his dissertation, and then you have to defend that. And so they go through a process where they have to present it to their committee and do a full presentation and defend their research and everything that goes into writing their dissertation. And such a big deal. I was so proud of him. He worked so very hard, and got a full unanimous vote, and that is the day he officially became Dr. B. I'm so freaking proud of him. I cannot tell you. And I think also just getting a chance to watch that process, having a front row seat to watching someone go through a doctoral program, and then of course right underneath it I marked call everybody, because that's exactly what I did. Just get on the phone and call everyone. My husband's a doctor, y'all. And so But like having a front row seat to that process and seeing him go through that, my absolute first thought is there's just absolutely no way in the world I will stick with my MBA. There's no way in the world I'm ever going back for my doctorate. That is a buttload of work. I was like, oh no, no, baby, no, that is not for me. I know myself. I know myself quite well. And I know I'm good where I'm at. But incredibly proud of him. Also, I work in healthcare. He works in mental health. Having my doctor is not required. And so, anywho, on to Thursday, started off, I went shopping for some like new dip nail colors, and not like a ton. I think I only picked up like three. Actually, like I reordered one of my favorites, which was like a really light French pink. And then I got like a ballet pink and like a mango color, which is so cute. I think you might see it actually towards the end of this video, because I think I did Monday through Friday one day and then Saturday and Sunday on a different day. And so I think you might actually end up seeing the nail color that I ordered this day. And then I also shopped Crafts by Towie and Two Little Bees. And then did a training session for work with two of my coworkers, because one of my coworkers was getting ready to go out on vacation. And so we wanted to make sure we were trained to cover her while she was gone for a week. On to Friday, continued working on said training to get ready for my coworker, getting ready to take a week off. And here's my new nail polish color. There it goes. It's very corally, and I feel like it's coming across a little bit more orange on camera than it actually is in person. And I really wanted a pretty coral nail polish color for spring, and I'm really happy with this one. It's a dip powder. I get all of my dip powders from Revel, Revel, and I don't remember the name of it. I'm gonna have to go look, but it's so pretty, and I really love that color. Anywho, on to Saturday, went over to one of my friend's house. One of the things I like to do with my hair are called crochet braids, and they're super easy to put in, and they're just really nice because it just gives you a break from having to style your hair every day. And my friend, she was like, "Oh my God, I love your hair. I want you to do my hair like that." And I was like, "Of course." So I went over to braid her hair. And then, actually, I didn't go over by myself. Me and B both went over and hung out with her and her husband and her daughter. And then his brother and his brother's girlfriend came over and hung out there too. So we were hanging out with our friends that afternoon while I was braiding her hair. And then we went straight from their house out to dinner, because B's parents wanted to take us out to dinner to celebrate, of course, because we're all so incredibly proud of him. And so they took us out to one of our favorite restaurants. The food was amazing. So wonderful. And then on to Sunday, which at this point, and I think also just like the process of like leading up to preparing for our dissertation defense, and just the emotions and the highs and lows and all of that throughout the week. We were so drained by the time it got to Sunday. Like, we went to church that morning, and then came home and just totally crashed. We were just completely burnt out. So we were just like chilling, relaxing, total couch potatoes. And that was this amazing, awesome week that I'm so glad I have planned with this gorgeous kit. This came out perfect and was such a perfect way to mark this week. Definitely one for the memory books. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you next video. Bye.